Hey, what's up everybody? It's Hyper. I hope you all are having a good start to the new year of 2026. And yeah, this is technically, besides my update video, the first upload for 2026. I know this isn't really much of a big video or anything like that. I'm just sharing my thoughts on the latest trailer for Mario Tennis Fever, but I kind of wanted to do more videos like this in the future, just for videos that, interest me and such. And, this gives me a little bit more practice on speaking through my mind, without having to rely on script so much. But because I do have a lot to say about this game. Well, I won't make this video too long, but I do have some thoughts about the new Fever game. So I hope you guys like this kind of video, and don't worry, I am working on a bigger video than this. It will come soon, I promise. But for now, let's get things started. So, Mario Tennis Fever is the latest Nintendo Switch 2 game and the latest Mario Tennis game in the series. Now, I did play Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch a few years ago, and I'm gonna start off by saying I'm not really too big into Mario sports games. I like them, but I'm not as excited for them as I used to be. I'll still pick them up because they have my favorite characters in them, and they show off some gameplay that seems really fun. And yeah, I'll definitely pick it up, and hopefully I'll have a good time. And I had the same feeling when it came to Aces, and they gave mostly the male characters some new costumes, which was nice. And the gameplay looked fun too. It basically looked like a fighting game with these dodge mechanics, which I think they're called trick shots, and a special move meter that when you fill it up, that you can unleash your ultimate move essentially, and you can break the opponent's racket. Pretty crazy. It was fun for the time, but as time went on, the game kind of got stale, and it was just pretty much lacking in content. It wasn't as bad as Mario Golf Super Rush. Super Rush was just not really fun for me, if I'm being real. But Aces had some content to it, just not a lot. There's a lot of people out there that still prefer Mario Power Tennis to be the best Mario Tennis game to this day. And I haven't played that game, but I did see a lot of content in it, and yeah, it's that seems like the best Mario Tennis game to date. So with Fever, what they showed in Fever, it looks like they're bringing a lot of elements from that game into this new one, and it's pretty cool looking so far. I like the idea of using multiple rackets instead of just one, and each racket has a different effect to them, like they showed in the trailer. And another thing that really interests me is that the characters themselves also have health meters now. They kind of took this thing from Aces where the tennis rackets had health, and if you lose all your health points with your racket would break, and it would just be game over for you. But in this game, from what I've seen in trailers, it looks like the HP, if you get hit by too many fever shots, then you'll lose HP and you'll have to recover for a bit. But they also said something specifically for the singles matches, and there will be health during single matches. And if you lose all your HP in single matches, then you won't get knocked out, but your speed will be significantly lowered. So I kind of like that change. Because, playing Aces online was a bit of a slog for me, or it could be a slog, because sometimes you be up to really tough opponents that play this game to no end, and it's just sometimes the matches can go for a long time because they would abuse the speed mechanic where they could slow down time and they could reach the ball no problem, and it could just be whoever messes up first, honestly, and then they lose. It's just it was fun at the time, but the more I played Aces, the more I started to feel fatigue from just playing online, because I would run into some really tough opponents, don't get me wrong, but it would also just be so long, because I complained about this before, but Aces Online didn't have a time limit, and it seems the same goes for Fever as well, but at least this time there's like a little health meter. So like if you get hit too many times by the Fever shots, like I said, you'll get knocked out, or in singles case, your speed will slow down and you'll have a hard time catching the ball. So I kind of like that. It kind of fixes the issue of matches going on too long online, because like I said, there's no time limit for online in tennis for some reason. So I think this is, hopefully this will be a good change of pace for online. Hopefully matches won't go too long because of this, but you know, we'll see once the game comes out. But talking about some other things about the game, we saw new modes and all that, and well, mostly old, but some new. And like I'm really looking forward to that trial tower. It looks pretty interesting. There's a lot of challenges you got to get through and all that, with different stipulations and all that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I always like when games have sort of like a challenge run, like a gauntlet run, to test your skills. I really like that. And in the story mode too. I'm looking forward to the story mode, but I'm hoping it's just not a slog as it was in like well, I shouldn't be comparing this to like Super Rush, because Super Rush story mode had like an obnoxiously long story mode, and it was just boring to go through. Now, Mario Tennis Aces story mode, it wasn't bad, it wasn't a slog to go through, but I barely remember much of it, and I didn't think it was that fun to go through, to be honest. Like, the only the only memorable thing I remember about the game was facing off Bowser, and like because his final boss theme is like a remix of Bowser's Domain, and I really like that remix. And like and seeing Wario and Waluigi, you know, turn mummified along with Luigi, of course, that was pretty cool. But other than that, it was just like, the story mode was okay. And like for Fever, I'm just hoping that, you know, they make it a little more interesting, and hopefully it won't be too much of a slog to go through. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it at the end of the day. And let's talk about the roster next. So the roster, it's pretty big. I think it's the biggest roster in Mario Tennis history so far, with 38 characters. And like, you know, I like this. I like the size of the roster, but the thing that bugs me is just that it just kind of reminds me of Mario Kart World's roster, where it's just full of like Mario enemies, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, Mario enemies can be playable characters. I'm not saying they can't be playable in spin-offs like this, but when it's just filled to the brim with just enemy characters, it's just like, I don't know, it just looks kind of boring to me. But you know, in addition with the babies and such, like I really never cared much about the babies much. Like, the only baby character I really cared much about was Baby Wario, because Baby Wario, for the love of gosh, has only appeared in certain spin-off titles, and his latest entry, like his latest appearance back then, was in Dr. Mario World, and that was a mobile game, and that game freaking shut down, which was freaking sad, because it was cool to see Baby Wario back. Because if they're gonna keep doing this whole baby thing, like, bring the other babies back, like Baby Wario for one thing, and like Baby Donkey Kong, and you know, Baby Bowser and all that. But you know, they're just sticking with the usual Baby Wario, Mario, Luigi, and Peach, Daisy, Rosalina. Especially Rosalina, because Baby Rosalina, I would like her as much as Baby Wario, but I just hate the fact that she just came out of nowhere and first appeared in Mario Kart 8. So it's just like they just put her there just because, and she's been appearing in Mario Kart titles ever since. So I don't really have much of a fondness for her, unfortunately. And I'm surprised that she isn't appearing in Fever, at least as far as we know. I think this is the final roster that they've shown. I don't know if they're like secret characters or anything like that, but who knows. But you know, I'm just happy to see Baby Wario make an appearance, because you know, it's like I don't know, I just feel like Baby Wario should have been a mainstay along with the other babies, because you know, I don't know if this is canon or not, but he's a star child technically. You know, if you ever played Yoshi's Island DS, like, I'm not gonna go into that, but you know, bottom line, I just feel like he's as important as the other baby characters, so I'm just happy to see him here. And you know, the Baby Waluigi, I have no thoughts about this guy. You know, you guys already know how I feel about Waluigi, so I'm not even gonna say anything. He's there, so yippee-ki-yay. But yeah, the roster's pretty fine. You know, it's like it's good. You know, there's plenty of characters to choose from, so I'm sure somebody will find their main, you know, and stick with them and make them the best they can be. So that's cool. And you know, the stages too. The stages are pretty nice. You know, there's a lot of Mario variety stages, and like there's like a Waluigi pinball stage, which you know, you think I would probably hate this, but actually I find it pretty interesting. You know, I like Waluigi's pinball track in Mario Kart, so I think it's pretty neat to see a Waluigi pinball stage here. You know, I kind of like the look of the stage with the pinball gimmicks on it. I don't know, it looks interesting. I don't hate it, so I think it's neat looking, so there's that. But the one thing that disappointed me was I hated that they kind of got me with this when I first saw it, but there's a stage that I thought it was, they were bringing back a Wario Factory stage that they had in Mario Power Tennis, but no, it's just Racket Factory. But it looks so much like Wario's Factory from Mario Power Tennis, so that kind of bummed me out. Like, Wario's not getting the stage here? That sucks. But yeah, the stages look nice. I'm glad there's like gimmicks to them to make the game more interesting and all that. And you know, the character models themselves look pretty freaking awesome. You know, it's like, I mean, they're the same models that they use for Aces. They're just like, they just tuned them up a bit to look more shinier, more HD-ish, and that 4K resolution. You know what I mean? But they still look good. And I've noticed Wario's had some new animations to him as well. Like, they didn't show much in the trailer, but he does have new animations, and I'm very excited to see them and all that. Now, the one thing that I'm majorly concerned about is the pricing. Now, this game is priced at $70, and you guys know how expensive games are getting nowadays. So, this game being charged at $70 is making me question this game's quality above all else. Like, I'm glad it's not $80 like they did with Mario Kart World, but $70 is still a steep price, you know. And I'm still gonna get the game regardless, and I'm going to play it and let you guys know how I feel about it and recommend if you should get it or not if you're on the fence about it still. But you know, $70 is, I think, is still too much for a Mario Tennis game. Heck, I think 70 is too much for a spin-off game in general. Like, unless it's really good, like they added a lot of content that people weren't expecting, then yeah, maybe it'll be worth $70. But so far from what I've seen, I don't think this game is worth $70. I'm sorry. It looks fun. I'm glad there's a lot of content in it. That's what it seems like, but you know, I just don't think it's worth the price tag yet. I'm sorry. I have to play it for myself to like really see if it's really worth $70, because that's a lot of money, man, for a video game. And again, I've said this before, it just sucks how games are just getting more expensive nowadays, and it's making me even more cautious when getting these games, and that freaking sucks, man. I love like playing games, you know. I just love playing games. But I hate paying so much to play them, you know. It sucks that these games are getting close to around $100, man. Like, seriously, like, I really hope it doesn't go that price. Like, pray to God it doesn't, but still, it's like, it sucks. But it is what it is, and I'm still gonna get it, you know, regardless of that. And because, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I told you guys I am dead set on making this year different for this channel. I'm really serious about it. So yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna see how it is, and recommend if you should get it or not, and tell you my thoughts on it once it comes out. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all my thoughts. Like, I covered everything they showed so far. Like, I'm excited for the story. I'm excited to play as my mains, Wario and Rosalina, of course, especially in doubles. And yeah, I'm excited to see how far this game will go, you know, especially online wise. You know, there's a ranking and all that, you know, get people coming back to get improving it on, you know, and can't wait to see how far this game will go for the Switch 2. But only time will tell, and again, we'll have to wait until February 12th until it comes out to see if it's truly worth that ridiculous price tag. But let me know what you guys think about Mario Tennis Fever. Are you going to get the game? And if not, then why? And if you are going to get the game, why are you going to get it? That sounded weird. I wish I could phrase that sentence more, a little better, but that's kind of the consequence I give for not writing a script. But I don't think I did too bad for this video, going off script. So again, let me know your thoughts about Mario Tennis Fever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I plan on doing more like this in the future, so hopefully I'll improve. But we'll see. But until then, guys, I hope you all have a fantastic rotten day, and I hope to see you all in the next video. So remember to stay safe out there. And as always, peace.